Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we're walking back up to campus. I really can't be arsed this morning. I really just want to jump on the bus, but I'm like, no, fuck you, Jamie. I couldn't decide what shoes to wear because these Converse seem to rub a bit, but I've decided to wear them in a bit more, so I'm still wearing them. I got my glasses on because the sun is right there. I'm being blinded to death. So, what's been going on today? Not much. Got up, alarm went off at 6:30. I was awake from 6:30, got out of bed at about 7. Otherwise, sorted out a video, didn't reply to comments. I opened up the tabs too, and then didn't. So that's something to remember, because I'm now going to lose the notifications for them. Could do that with Nexus though. And watched a bit of Top Gear, had breakfast, sorted out my packed lunch, sorted my bag out, got dressed, and now we're off to campus for potentially my last day. Theoretically, I have something on tomorrow, but I'm gauging whether or not to go to it because it's basically a waste of time. Like, I can do the notes faster at home, but he might dance around and because I know he's not near finishing yet, which does mean that he could just completely skip topics out, and then I'd be revising topics I don't need to cover based on the exam, basically. But oh well, we'll probably not go. You've got revision week and shit like that, so. But yeah, assuming that I can get my pattern analysis nailed today in the lecture, in the thingy group to start with, I won't be going up again. I could potentially be going up for a lab on Thursday to do with pattern analysis, but then it's pretty close to when I've got to be at work. So whether or not I can go is a different matter. Whether I have to go is another matter. So I might just end up having to be late for work for some reason and just tell them like, no, I needed this. So, oh well, we'll see. We'll see on that front. Potentially this is my last day up on campus this side of Easter. And I know Easter's looming, so oh well, we'll see. Yeah, we are, as you can see, walking up. It is quite, to be honest with you, it's cold. Like, my hands are going cold and like numb and shit. But as soon as you start going up that hill, it gets hot. And it's only like it's about 9:30, and well, yeah, it's 9:25 in the morning. So obviously it hasn't had time to warm up. But in the sun, it is cool / warm. Not particularly looking forward to it. I was very much contemplating to get on the bus to go up to campus. But nope, we're gonna do it. We're doing this shit. So that's the plan there, Stanley. Yeah, today we've got this lab, we've then got maths, which is our last maths lesson this side of Easter. We've then got pattern analysis, which is our last pattern analysis lecture. We've had our last systems development, and programming's last lecture is tomorrow. So we're literally wrapping up now. It's great. We've then got an awkward hour gap where I'll probably go to the library and do notes. I've opted to not bring my laptop because I don't think I need it. I'm going to be using my Nexus for notes. I didn't bring my Nexus charger yet, twonk. I've got my portable phone charger, I think. That'll do the trick. So I'm going to be using that for notes and stuff within the gaps. I'm going to be writing up programming notes, because that's the only thing now that I can push ahead on, so I'm literally just going to push ahead as much as I possibly can. We've then got a unit lecture, where we'll be having lectures on the choices that we've got to make in a year's time, because of placement. So we get to decide, or get a feel for what each of the topics are about, who the lecturers are, what the style is, like the coursework versus exams, splits and all that kind of crap. So it's important to pay careful attention in that spot there. Just going across the road here. So it's very important to pay attention in that spot, although I will be using that as my lunch break because it is over lunch, so I'll be sat there eating my sandwiches in the back, taking notes. Then we've got another hour gap where I'll be going over programming notes and then pattern analysis, where I will probably be a cross between programming notes and paying attention, because it's kind of a revision lecture, so it is worth paying attention to that kind of stuff. Otherwise, that's about all for lectures today, which means we've got to then walk back down the hill or get a bus. Probably walk back down because it'll be quicker. Depends on the heat, basically, to be honest with you. I've got my hoodie in my bag. If it starts to cool down more than this, which I doubt. It's going to get a lot hotter. On the terms of lecture choices, topic choices in the year after next, I always wanted to do like in artificial intelligence, or like intelligent art agents is what it's called, I think. Goosebumps, is that cold? But I'm not sure, it's very strange. We don't really get that much of a choice because it's split into like two different streams. You pick a stream and then one of the stream will allow you to have one extra choice and the other stream will allow you to have two choices in semester 1 and semester 2. I'm thinking of going for HCI, which is weird because HCI is boring. But last time I said that, I picked psychology over physics because physics is boringly easy. And that was the biggest mistake of my life. So I'm thinking HCI, not only because it's basically about like how interfaces are designed, how they're how you can evaluate systems to make them more effective for human users, how humans and computers interact. Human-computer interaction, HCI. There you go. And out of all of the other options I want to take, it isn't much programming. So I'm strongly considering picking that as a break from all of the programming I need to do, because it'll be mainly about like reports and experiments and things like that, I assume. And the lecturer isn't bad, so yeah, I'm thinking of going with that one. I'm thinking of going advanced computer graphics, which is dodgy because I hated computer graphics the first time around, but we had a terrible lecture, which, by the way, now no longer teaching at our university because it was that bad, that course. And we do feel a bit bad for that, but hey ho. I want to take advanced computer graphics and I want to take intelligent agents. I think in the first semester I'll be avoiding maths. I'm not much of a fan of maths anymore. I used to like it, I'm not much now. It's the wrong kind of maths. Probably what's it called? Safety critical systems. Intelligent agents. I don't know. I've got to pick 6 basically. One stream, you've got to pick 6, 3 and 3. One stream forces you to pick 3 and 2, and then you get one extra choice in the second semester. And the other stream allows you to pick 2 and 2, so you get one extra choice in both. It's quite complicated. It's very strange how everything's split up and everything. But yeah, I'm going to try and get the right balance. Because while I much prefer programming, I know how much I complain about it at the time, so it's best off to avoid it. And especially if I'm second in the class at HCI at the moment, and after handing in our group coursework yesterday, I'm pretty certain I'm probably going to stay there unless we've done something hideously wrong and another group's done excellently well. So it seems silly not to do that. I like programming, so I want to do programming, although it's hard. But that's no reason not to do it. Computer graphics, I do want to go into gaming and that kind of stuff at some point in my life. It is something that I want to keep the door open to. I don't want to shut that possibility out of my life yet. Because there's plenty of really good companies in Leeds, in Nottingham, that both do that kind of thing. Hey, the train, you're scaring me to shit there. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting lecture to figure out. Like, there might be one just complete outfielder that looks really interesting, like computer vision, that might come forward. Well, really, we don't have that much choice. So it's a case of pill A or pill B basically, and then you get like either sugar or honey to take it down with. They all look interesting. They all look kind of the same, to be honest with you, but we'll see. I'm going to stop vlogging now because we're going to go past all the roadworks and start on the hill, so it's probably not best to me shout over them while walking up a hill in the blazing sun. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But obviously I'll show you what you need to show. It's a lot better walking at this time than it is an hour earlier. It's a lot more quiet. You can hear birds and shit, and the whole road's closed because of this roadwork shizzle whizzle. That lady just now decided that it's probably too warm to walk up in a coat. Crazy girl. And a scarf, holy shit. Surprised you went dead. And a jumper. I pass out, mate. That is good. I haven't spoken in a while. That is getting a lot easier. So it won't by the time I get back from Easter, but you know, it's not when I go home for Easter, then work on a different department at work, and then come back, and I just feel weak as hell. I can't lift up all the heavy stuff. It'll be likewise the same with the hill. I'll go home and won't have to walk very far, and then not be able to walk up it, which is useful, I guess. You're like full of coats. What are you doing? You're lunatics. God damn it. I've always thought about cycling up, but I'm just getting a worse state than I am now. I'm not in that bad a state actually, to be honest. Although I do feel I might buy a Costa smoothie today. Costa fruit cola or something. As a reward, I guess, for the group course. Yeah, as a reward for the group coursework and for the ending term without dying or pulling all-nighters and stuff like that. In fact, I haven't done one all-nighter this year. Is that true? No, that's a lie. Did it over Christmas, didn't I? For Lisp. First things first, pattern analysis in Chancellors. Look at that, isn't that nice? Oh, that isn't there.
Elements of our definition once again. So let us try to explain this rule.
This is the traffic I would be stuck in if I didn't get the bus. If I did get the bus. But instead we had a nice lovely walk down. In fact, that was a bit of an odd jump really, wasn't it? From fucking maths, which I was in then when I was filming inside the lecture. Right, what's gone on today? Literally just walked down the hill with Harry talking about choices and placements and stuff. I'm not going to see him now until gone Easter, maybe revision period, maybe exams. So yeah, what's gone on today then? I need to find a bin for this, and I've seen one. Good. First we had pattern analysis. That originally didn't go too well. The problem with having pattern analysis, like going to that lab when it's the last lab, well, we've got a lab Tuesday and Thursday. That is technically the last Tuesday lab now, forever. And then there's one on Thursday, which is the last Thursday one forever, train. But no one goes to the Thursday one, relatively, because it's on an empty day. Some people go to it because it's in the afternoon, and that one's in the morning. But otherwise, most people don't go because A, it isn't their lab, it's not my lab, so I don't go. And I'm supposed to be at work when it's finishing, so bloody hell, it's warm. Either of those options. But when you combine all of those things together, it means a lot of people went today, and a lot of those people who went today haven't started yet, and then basically hogged the tutors for the entire time, asking questions from like way before where even I am, and I'm quite heavily behind. But I've been trying for the past 4 weeks, and I couldn't ask the questions I needed to ask because these guys were using the tutors, which is really frustrating. So kind of got a bit screwed over there. Freya helped me a bit. Hopefully she's helped me enough so that I can get on with some work in it, hopefully. I'm going to be spending my evening doing it tonight. Nearly all free time will be spent on this now, in an attempt to, well, it's my next biggest thing, so I need to sort that out now. So, fun. We then had Foundations of Computation, which was next, which I vlogged inside. We then had an hour gap. A lot of people went to go sit on the lake in the sun, and they were like, Jamie, do you want to come? And I'm like, no, I fucking hate the sun. I'm going to the library. And I went into the library like a nerd, and I did programming notes, a good decent amount of them, so I believe I should, well, I'm now ahead. I won't be able to stay ahead. I'm about half a lecture ahead of the lecturer now. So I do need to do some more tomorrow or tonight, or maybe when I get in, I don't know. I was going to get in and just chill for a bit until I have dinner, but I will probably I'll probably do some of that so that after dinner I can spend that doing pattern analysis and not feel like I have to do notes. But yeah, so that's that. Fucking hell, it's hot. We then had the unit choice lecture, which was very interesting. It basically confirmed everything I originally knew. It's thrown a couple of It's thrown a couple of spanners into some works, because I've realised that I can't stand the person who lectures one topic. I'm not like, another thing that is actually quite interesting that I want to do might not be there the year that we're doing it. Like the only kind of maths that looks kind of interesting, computer algebra, is taught by another lecturer that I don't particularly like. I don't really get his style, but basically we're on the same lines. I'm going to be picking between the one that's got like AI to do with like robot AI, game AI, social AI, then intelligent agents, which is all about soft AI, software AI. It's about like soft bots, buying stocks, competition, stuff like that. Advanced computer graphics is up there because it's on, it's in a field that I really want to go into. It's really interesting, and the lecture is a lot different to the lecture we had this year, and it's a lot more applied to industry as opposed to whatever the hell we're doing. As a reference point, our coursework next year for an entire semester is to build a ray tracer. The lecturer we had this year thought that we could do that in like 3 weeks. He gave us 3 weeks to build a ray tracer, and then he got told to change the coursework because that's too hard for second years who have no idea what a ray tracer even is before that year. So that's a reference point for you there. The other one that's good is human computer vision. I know, less so for the topic I guess, but I know the lecturer is my personal tutor. I know he's good. It is also relatively interesting. It looks fun. So there's that one. HCI looks good. We didn't actually have a lecturer from them, but I'm good at HCI, I want to do that one. And safety critical systems also looks good, but that one might not be there next year when we're actually doing it. So I think that's 6. I think we can pick any of those 6. We might be, I thought we'd have to pick within streams, but apparently that might not be the case this year. It might be all different, because apparently someone checked the web page and it's none of that information's there anymore. So that looks good, maybe for our year. Otherwise, I believe they're the 6 that looked good. The 3 maths look interesting, but I don't know. One of them looks boring as hell. Computer algebra looks good, but the lecturer isn't as very interesting. Another one, cryptology. I wanted to do cryptology, but the lecturer is really boring. He's like talks to the board. He's not a very good presenter, so that might be a clincher there. I don't know. Basically, I don't need to think about it till next year, but they're the options I've got at hand at the moment. So that was a 2-hour long session, which was beastly as hell, and we didn't even have all of the topics. We ran late. We ran behind because some people talked for longer than they were allowed to. Cheats. And then what did we do? We then had pattern analysis lecture, one more revision lecture to the bow. I think we're doing 4, I think, in total, which is ridiculous. Next one's on regression and sequences, just so you know. And then I walked down the hill, got a Costa to celebrate the end of the term and the end of the group coursework. Found Harry, who was also walking down the hill, happened to bump into him, and then yeah, walked down talking to him about all the things I've just talked to you about, and placement stuff as well. And now I'm walking home. It's nearly 5 o'clock, 10 to 5, mainly because I dawdled behind waiting for Andy and then getting a Costa, and then Andy got a drink from somewhere else and then didn't even come with us. But talking to Andy about unit choices and stuff as well. That's pretty interesting. And yeah, that's it. Last lecture, boys. Phew. Technically got one tomorrow. Probably not going to go to it though, because I'm ahead. / I can do it at my own time. There's a chance he might skim past stuff that's less important, but I want to know it anyway. I'll go to the revision lectures and when they're on, but otherwise can't be bothered. So tomorrow we have an entirely free day. One of 3 entirely free days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday evening I've got to go to work, so I've only really got like the morning / early afternoon off. But after that, we're free. Go home for Easter. I say free, pattern analysis. Pattern analysis is still very important. We need to do videos. I want to go on a bike ride, so that time very soon. fills itself up, doesn't it? Time jump, and it is 11 o'clock at night. I've done some research, and there is no such thing as that thing I was saying about streams. One, it doesn't matter because everything I want is in stream 1 anyway. But stream 1 only applies to masters people, and I am technically a masters student, but I might not be doing that. I don't think I can be. But I just want to go into work and work on ideas I've got. But otherwise, yeah, just did a bit of research into that. I wrote down my current thoughts on that process, things like that. But otherwise, I did a couple of notes before thinking, and I'm about to get back onto notes now, and doing notes and stuff. Had a couple of notes, went in there and been bonding with, I've forgotten everyone's names, Beth, Ben and Thingy, because obviously Beth and Ben haven't been there for the past couple of days, talking to Jess, and then came in here, did some work, went in there to make myself a cup of tea, talking to Kat for a bit. She did group presentations and stuff today, which was good. Kat was weeks later than us, which is why, like, I'm always talking to the others, and then I go in and talk separately to her. And then I've been on the phone with Lovely for ages. I'm doing a bit of pattern analysis as well in between all this. I'm not sure if I've said that or not. And I believe I'm on the next stage. Which is why I'm going to be doing a couple more notes before I go to bed. Just watch all the YouTube videos that I haven't watched yet, and then get all of these nailed, as much of this done as possible before I go to bed. But I think, let me see, look, on this pattern analysis, I have this, oh, you can't even see, and you've got a low battery. God fucking damn it, did I not say this yesterday, that you had a low battery, that I charged you? Didn't you die yesterday? Because yesterday's when we had it in the group coursework. You shit battery. So what is that then? We can barely record over half an hour before the battery dies? Come on now, camera, step up your game, Jesus. But yeah, look, what we've got is we've got this nice little list of stuff, and the important ones are star MU, star cov, alien MU, and alien cov, and this is star cov at the moment. Look, this massive just array of data that I've generated from loads of different pictures of stars. So now the idea is to use this in order to convert, basically use this as an average, take another picture and go, is it closer to this or is it closer to the one of the alien? And that's the plan, theoretically. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off because my battery is probably friggin' dead on this mother trucker. Disconnect. Although, to be fair, it does do very well. It's been unplugged since 7, and it's now dying. And I'd used it yesterday as well. It uses like 8 hours worth of battery when I'm remote desktoping like that. It's got an hour left, and there's 12% battery. Beast. So, yeah, turning that off now. I'm going to do some notes before I go to bed. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to be getting up early. We always get up early. We're going to be getting up at 6:30 until I go home, basically. Going to be getting up early so that I can do some work. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting up, I'm going to be sorting out a video, then I'm going to be hopping on my bike, pumping up its tyres, for one, hopping on my bike, and then we're going to go off cycling. We're going to go through the tunnel. We're going to go to this random mound. I've got to put charge you, obviously. We're going to go up this hill, and then we're going to go and see if I've got it in me anyway, to go and see this thing all the way over there. It's going to be quite the trek. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, then we're going to be coming back, and then theoretically it should be cool/warm around there that time. It won't be like baking hot. We'll then be coming back, filming a video while the lighting's good in there, which is like mid-afternoon. And then we will be doing pattern analysis in the evening. I'm trying to split up pattern analysis. I figured out that I'm not very good at work when I'm doing it all on the same, like on a Sunday. I'm not very good at work because I've just got all day to do it, and I just never really get around to doing it. So if I plan stuff in like that and actually do things left, right and centre, then it kind of gives me more of a time schedule. So I think that's a good plan there. But yeah, I'm going to get going because I'm going to write these notes while watching the rest of my YouTube videos, and then go to bed for a nice early active start tomorrow. Come on, fucking bike ride. I haven't been on a bike ride in a long ass time, and I've been walking up the hill, but I'm not particularly the pinnacle of fitness. Well, I am, because I do a lot of... No, that's a bullshit. I am quite fit because I walk around, I do a lot of stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a nice fun couple of days now coming up for the vlog, hopefully, theoretically, and I will catch you